Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Hockey night! The tension grows as the whistle blows and the puck rolls down the ice.
Here comes.
The goalie jumps as the players bump and the fans all go insane.
Good punches. Mel, Ingolstadt, and the Solar Bears. Darcy Hornacek still going at it toe to toe.
It's the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. The best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
My best friend Stevie and I, we had a neighbor who lived right next door to Stevie who played hockey, and his name was Steve Luongo. And every Saturday, Steve would, he'd get Stevie and I out on the street, and he taught us how to play hockey. It's just something I've been doing like since I'm 4. I mean, it's almost ritual. It's kind of ritualistic in a good way. It's not like I'm slaughtering like a chicken before every like game I watch or before I get on the ice. It's just something that's ingrained in my brain. Parents encourage you to play team sports. It's always the dad who's like, you got to go out there and play your best and hustle, and there's a reason why they do that. But as far as playing sports and team sports, it teaches you how to work with a group and work together as one team towards a certain goal. I mean, I feel that because I played sports, and especially hockey, because hockey is such a big team sport. I mean, one guy can't win it alone. One summer in particular, my neighbor who lived across the street from me, his name is Andy Jacobson. He and I came up with the idea. We're like, dude, what if we do like a Parkwood Isles like cup? So we did, and we built this Stanley Cup we built like a replica Stanley Cup out of like his mom's Tupperware and wrapped it in tinfoil. And basically, whoever won the game, you got to sign, you got to sign your name on the cup, and somebody would keep it, and and you use it again. This town is built on the Cubs, the White Sox, the Blackhawks, and the Bears, and Blues and all that kind of stuff. But sports is such a huge thing here, and I mean, especially ice hockey. I mean, the Blackhawks are a big deal. They're a historical team.
Driving it center, in on the Ranger defense, getting set. He may pass or shoot. He drives one. Score! Bobby Hull has broken the all-time scoring record of 51 goals in a single season.
Here come the Hawks, the mighty Blackhawks. Take the attack, yeah, and we'll back you back.
Hockey here is almost a way of life. It's almost like it is in Canada. It's a way of life. In Florida, it's a hobby. They first got the team in '93, and 3 years later they were in the Cup playing the Avalanche.
Bellamy turning. He doesn't get it out. Kept in by Ditmars from the line. Krupp shot. Scores! Huey Krupp has scored, and the Colorado Avalanche has won the Stanley Cup.
And that sparked an interest in the kids who wanted to play hockey. And we haven't made the playoffs since 2000, but there's a reason why kids kept playing, was because we had big names like Pavel Bure.
Short-handed goal by Bure.
By number 96, Pavel Bure.
Brian Skrudlin, Radek Dvorak, Robert Svela, Paul Laus. These were big names at the time. We had Valerie Bure, Roberto Luongo.
5-on-5. Brower with a long shot. Rebound. Oh, what a save! Luongo just robbed Ben Eager. That's unbelievable.
Like, people were playing because of these guys. And once all these guys left, the businesses just stopped. I mean, I can't tell you, there is no pro shop that I used to use that is in business anymore. A rink rat is somebody who just hangs around the rink and plays hockey every day during the week, and plays rat hockey and is a regular at an ice rink. There's a Sunday game at 6:50, and those guys, and a lot of those guys live out in the suburbs, so they've got to be getting up at 4:30 in the morning to be playing and making it out here. Saturday, there's a Saturday afternoon game from 12:30 to 2 o'clock, which means those guys probably have to get up at like 10 on a weekend. There's games Monday. There's games Monday through Sunday. It's a weekly thing, and you see the regulars that are there, and there's guys there, and that you become friendly with. So yeah, I mean, some of these guys come out at ungodly hours in the morning and play hockey. It's just because they need it. They need it. We were playing one day, and this guy was somebody had called him, and he answered his phone, and he was working from the penalty box, and it was amazing. It was really amazing. And a lot of these guys, come in the locker rooms, and you shoot the shit with them, and they're talking about women they slept with the night before, and they're talking about what a horrible shift they had at work the night before. Because a lot of them are waiters and cooks, and they're like, oh shit, last night was hell, blah 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 blah. I mean, but it feels for them, it's like hockey is a release for them. It's like it's just like this spiritual release for them. It's really cool. In a city like Chicago, especially here, for a team that hasn't won since the '60s, I got to close my eyes and think about it, because there's no words to explain it. I mean, I was in a bar watching the game at over capacity. People were nuts. Like, this bar was just shaking. Like when they realized the puck went in, that bar was shaking because there was so much noise and people were jumping and they were so overjoyed. And when they lifted that cup, I mean, even though it wasn't in Chicago, just watching them do it in Philly was just such a nice thing.
Back to be taken by Campbell. Here's Campbell handing on to Kane again. Lots of head fakes there, trying to shake Timonen. Threw one in front. Oh my, it rattled around, and it kicked on back, and then score! We saw no light, we saw no signal, and we're not sure if they've sent a signal of a goal yet, but they are celebrating at the other end of the ice. What chaos! We have not seen a signal of goal from the referee yet. Patrick Kane with the shot. Oh, that puck is in. Word has gotten to the Blackhawks what you have just seen. One of the more unusual finishes, but it's a goal. The Stanley Cup to the Chicago Blackhawks.
The atmosphere at the parade was hot, sweaty, irritated people who had been sitting out there since 5 in the morning, and people cutting in front of them to try to get to talk to some of the players. I mean, no, it was. I mean, it's indescribable. You can't. I really. I mean, I. The only thing I can say is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know if I'd consider myself a rink rat. I mean, I'd like to play in leagues, but I mean, for now, I guess, yeah, you can call me a rink rat.